A boy was shot and killed by police. The officers knew they killed the wrong kid, yet neither felt an ounce of remorse. What made it even more enraging, everyone was covering for the cops. The father, a lawyer himself, felt powerless, unable to stomach this injustice. Jack pulled some strings, obtaining files from the police department, and that's when he made a discovery. These same two officers had a dark history from years prior. They killed a mechanic's son. The gun described in those old records matched the one found near his own son. Now he had evidence. He tracked down John, the mechanic, hoping to convince him to press charges against the two officers. Jack planned to use his connections as a former judge to bring them to justice, but John refused. He lost all faith in the system. The next day, his son's case exploded in the media. They labeled the boy a thug, claimed drugs and a gun were found in his car, insisted the cops were just doing their jobs. Jack seethed when he saw this. It finally hit him. Seeking justice through the law was impossible. He'd have to avenge his son his own way. He went back to John, showing him video of his son's murder. It reignited the hatred burning in John, and he agreed to team up with Jack. That day, John broke into Officer Carl's house. Carl was on high alert. John's ambush failed, and Carl knocked him to the ground. At that critical moment, Jack burst in and opened fire. Carl recognized Jack, admitting he killed the boy by mistake, but his deep-seated arrogance kept him from apologizing. He stood ready to confront Jack, but Jack had circled behind, knocking him down with the butt of his gun. Yet he didn't pull the trigger. He told Carl to turn himself in and clear his son's name. Carl refused, grabbing an ashtray, spinning around to smash it on Jack's head. Carl shouted it was self-defense. The next second, Jack shot him dead. Police responded to the call, arriving at the scene. One was a friend who helped Jack before. Seeing Carl's body, he understood everything. To stop Jack from making a bigger mistake, he sent his men to pick up the other officer, Alan, planning to put him in protective custody. But on the way to get him, they ran straight into Jack and John. John quickly turned around to give chase. For the sake of avenging their sons, the two men had thrown caution to the wind. John rammed their car hard, forcing it to stop. Then they dragged Alan out, ordering him to repent for his crimes. Alan was terrified, admitting he deframed both boys, pleading he had a young son to raise, begging for his life. Both men told him they once had sons too. Jack pulled out his son's childhood drawing, placing it in front of Alan. By then, backup had arrived in force. In the end, they both pulled their triggers, and both fell under police gunfire.